All right, Hades Omega here. So I've got some Vocaloid figures. So um, this for this Vocaloid figure, I got one of my favorite Vocaloids, Megurine Luka, uh, from the Crypton family of Vocaloids. She's my favorite one out of all the Crypton Vocaloids. Everyone likes Miku, but you know. And speaking of Miku, I have a Miku figure, but check that review out, that show and tell. Anyway, so this is another Hades Omega show and tell basement review, and so let's get started here. So I'm gonna start off where I got this from. This is a Megurine Luka swimsuit figure. Yeah, I don't think there's too many swimsuit figures of Luka. But I was surprised when I saw this because the one thing that surprised me was the price of the figure. It looked really nice, the picture, and it cost 2,500 yen. And so there you go. So she's a well priced, very easily obtainable. Okay, so right here we have the S style Megurine Luka. She's number 2. I don't know if they have. This is looks like kind of like a figure series for the Vocaloids. So I don't know if there's there might be other ones. I'm not sure, but since I like Luka the best, that's why I got the Luka. So it's made by S style. And there you can see Crypton Future Media copyright on the bottom there. And she's a 1/12 scale painted figure. So 1/12, that's pretty small for like for my collection. I don't really have any 1/12s, or at least not like either a prize figure or like a Gasaphon figure, right? So So I'm interested to see how this falls in there. I haven't opened it yet. She's still in the box, so you can see this is the box. It's very plain. You cannot see the figure inside. So there's a picture of her front here, with it's cut off at her knees. Megurine Luka, S style. It says character vocal series 3. Megurine Luka swimsuit version. So I think they must have other Vocaloid figures. This is the first time I heard this company S style. So let's turn this way. So now we got a full shot of Luka from the front. Sorry about the lighting there. There you go. And it says S style on the bottom, and it's kind of like a pink and purple background because that's Luka's hair. She's got the pink hair. Here's the back of the box. Freeing. Okay, so I guess Freeing is the company that it's either Freeing or S style. I don't know. That's that's the company that makes this figure. That manufactures this figure. So here you can see this is the back of her. That's like a full back shot of her. And then the front shot from the front of the box, and then you get like a 3/4 of her, kind of like it's like a 3/4 shot, right, of her like kind of backside, and we're at the front again here. So here's the top. Top has it's like a half picture of her. Yeah, it's not it's a very plain packaging. Okay, so let's go open her up. So she's got a single piece of dot tape right here. A single dot clear tape. Let me get my handy dandy tool here. Alright, so she's got this single clear tape on the top. And you can open her box up. See how she's packaged. Some interesting clamshell molding here. Pull her out of the box. There we go. There's the box. There's like a little instruction sheet here. and nothing else in the box, as you can see, or you can't see. So let's take a look at that instruction manual. So she kind of comes together. You can take her all apart, except for her right hand, pretty much. So here's the figure. She's under plenty of plastic. I can definitely, oops, sorry about the light. So as you can tell, she's let me zoom in here a little more for you. There you go. So you can tell she's very small. I've been 110 is about the smallest I get. I think this just comes apart. Huh? Oh, and the plastic is very flimsy on this cover here.
I'm just holding her hand. It's held together pretty tightly. Not really sure. I'm not really sure how it comes apart. I'm not really sure what holds it in. There must be some kind of tab or something that holds it in. Anyway, I felt something come out, so there we go.
I hope I didn't break anything. So there you go. It comes apart in half. Oh yes, see, so she has some assembly required, as you can see. Oh. All right. So here's the base. The base looks like kind of like a gear. It is a gear. It's like a pink gear. Okay. I don't know why there's like a little thing on the bottom. So let's just take all of her out. So this is her torso and her head right here. And then her left arm, I think. One of her arms. And then her other leg. And that's it. And then it's like molded to the thing. So we're gonna have to put her together. So I'm gonna start by taking the unwrapping her. So these are just like regular plastic bags. They're not like the kind of like the electrostatic cling kind that you normally see. All right, you know what this reminds you of? The Taco Luka. it just kind of does. So it seems like her hair is kind of flimsy here. You might want to be careful. I thought I kind of broke it. So let us begin the assembly. Alright, you see, so her parts are keyed, so there's no way you can mess this up. Okay, so there she is, she's together, and then you just have to line up the pegs. So I think there's a fatter peg here and a skinnier peg here. I think the front goes to the fatter peg. And voila, there it is. Okay, so I got all the little packaging out. Let's take a look at her. Zoom in for you because she's kind of small. She is indeed small. Do a 360 here. So like I always say, for the swimsuit figures, there's really not much to look at, you know? Because it's hey, it's a girl in the bikini, you know? She's not wearing a whole lot of clothes. There's a lot of skin, you know? That's about it. Okay, there's her legs. Ooh, look at that. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm looking at later. It's kind of cool. You see the gear spinning too. And the rest of her body. Alright, well, I'm gonna go take a quick look at her, and I'll tell you what I think. Okay, Hades Omega here, I'm back. So, I took a good look at her, and you know what? I am very, very impressed with this figure. The last figure review I did was the Ida Surigan, and I remember, like, how, like, there was, like, dust and stuff, like, from when they painted. You can see little specks of dust. You can tell because the dust was like the same color as the paint. So, but there's not a single speck of dust on this figure anywhere I looked. So I mean, the quality control is great on this figure. I'm very impressed with this figure. So like I said, it's a swimsuit figure. There's really not much to talk about. But I'm very impressed with the paint. If you can see here, like through the light and everything, she has shading. The paint, when they painted her, they added shading to her, so like you can kind of see like it's a little darker here, like around where her abs are. And yeah, when I said earlier, when I was like, ooh, I noticed on her legs she has shading. She has shading under her knees, behind her legs. Look at that. Yeah, so, you know, I notice a lot of high-end figures have shading. And this is like a $25-ish, $20 figure, and it has shading. So I'm very, very impressed with that. It just seems it's where her skin and maybe like some on her hair. The swimsuit, not so much shading on that. There she is. I like her face. Her face looks nice. It's very cute. She's got her little headphone dealie. She's ready to go sing. She's a diva. Okay, so some little gripes I have are the hair. The hair seems very, very flimsy. I don't have any problems with it. It looks great, but if you kind of tweak it the wrong way, it looks like it'll just snap right off. I almost thought I broke it earlier. So yeah, it's supposed to come there in front of his hand. And another gripe I have, so where you put her legs on, some area you can see a gap. There's a little gap. It doesn't close the gap completely. It's not so noticeable because it's kind of like where her skin meets the swimsuit, so it's not too bad. And like where this little tie thing is, so it's not uber noticeable. I think it's pretty clever the way they did it. A lot of figures I notice are very good at hiding these seam lines with, you know, they just hide something over it. But this one not so good. But it's okay. It's not, like I said, it's not horrible. It's not a horrible gap. I don't know what's up with this gear thing. The stand is kind of cool. It's a little gear. Maybe you can interlock it with a different character. I don't know. Her swimsuit is like kind of like a, oh, it's like a kind of like a brown or a burgundy color. Yeah. You wouldn't really be able to tell it was Luka unless she didn't have her signature pink hair and her little headset there. So the gold on the headset is not actually, it's supposed to be brass, right? It's supposed to be brass, and it does indeed look kind of like brass, because brass is kind of like a little dirty gold color, sort of, if you don't polish it. There you go. There's her hair. It lightens up here in the back. Actually, it kind of lightens up here in right here, and then it gets dark again. So her hair does have shading. Very impressed. Very impressed. And you can see the back. She's very slender. I'll tell you that. She must work out. So there you go. I'll take some better pictures of her. She's so tiny though. Tiny. I'll take some pictures at different angles and stuff. But you know what? This it's freeing, or S style. I'm very, very impressed. I'm very happy with her. For $25, what a bargain is all I can say. The only kind of gripe I have also is her size. She's a 112. She's kind of small. I would have preferred a look at that, the coloring, the light coloring makes it look like she's in the sun too. That's kind of cool. Anyway, yeah, so yeah. I would have preferred her be a 110 scale, because I've been collecting swimsuit figures. If you've been kind of following along with my figure videos, yeah, I've been collecting swimsuit figures, and I don't have a 112 swimsuit figure, so she's not gonna fit very well in there. Most of my swimsuit collection is 110 to like 117 scale, around that area, so she's not gonna really fit in too well, and she won't really fit in with the other Vocaloid figures. So 112 is an odd size, I have to say. It's almost as if she's like a very, very, very high quality Gashapon figure, because that's kind of like how the Gashapon figures are. You have to like kind of put them apart, put them together, and everything. So there you go. I'll have some better pictures of her, but that's the freeing S-style Megurine Luka swimsuit figure. I am very impressed, and I suggest if she's still around, I would pick her up. If there's any other figures in this series, I can't really speak for them, but I would say that if they're the same quality as Luka here, I would pick them up too. Yeah, so I'm very happy with this figure. She will be staying in my collection. Hey, Omega.